she comes.
Babe, I love you.
Good morning. Good morning. I have Miss V here. We are trying to straighten up these rooms. I feel like every time I clean, I have to clean again. I know, sounds so dramatic, but it feels, honestly, it feels kind of draining with how often I keep having to clean the house. Most of it, though, is daily clutter, but when I have to do, hold on, dogs, when I have to do a bit more, like, actual cleaning, such as today I want to, today I want to tackle the bathrooms, and so that's not a daily cleanup, that like a wipe down and all. That's more of, I don't know, I probably try to hit it at least once a week. And so let me get my shoes on. Anyway, I think last time I cleaned the bathrooms may have been Friday, maybe just before Friday. Anyway, it's been not a full week, but I gotta clean. All right, let's see there. Okay, so we are gonna go downstairs. Me and Vivian have been awake at what feels like all night. That's not true, but that's what it feels like. She is super congested, and so she is having trouble, obviously, sleeping. She is gonna be 3 months this week, but she's not quite there yet. I've heard babies can't breathe through their mouth unless they're crying because the reflex that kind of tells their brain to breathe through their mouth when their nasal passageway is obstructed, I guess, isn't fully mature. So while they're fully capable of breathing through their mouth, I guess their brains won't allow them to. I don't know. It feels a little like far-fetched. So of course, she's having trouble nursing. She's eating fine, in my opinion. She's still staying very well nourished. I feel like she's cluster feeding more for that like emotional closeness, more so than for trying to stimulate more production of milk and whatnot. But she's just struggling, I think, to stay latched consistently, because like once she starts to get like all congested, I feel like her nose just isn't working with her. I'm not surprised though that she is battling something, because we were all in this house, I think everybody apart from Will, we're all going through something. Reagan had the fever, then the doctor had said that she had an ear infection that may have been prolonging the fever, so she got on antibiotics. And then Vivian had like a mild but elevated, like a mild fever, but she was acting okay. She just had the fever. She was somewhat cranky, but she was behaving for the most part okay. And then right toward the end, right after I had taken the girls to the doctor, I was debating it in like, I don't think I put a video clip of truly being at the doctor, because I had given Reagan my phone to play with, and I never gave an update that we had actually gone. But right toward, I think like that night, next day or something, my throat started to hurt, and then I actually felt like very feverish, and I think that I had strep throat or some form of laryngitis on par with that. And so I only did like a teledoc appointment sort of thing, just so I could get like quick help and assistance, because I didn't want to be walking around contagious and everything. And also I felt like poop with the cold sweats and then being hot and then freezing and then sweating, and then just I felt so bad. And so they had given me antibiotics and I had finished those, and so but then I was like wrapping up the last day of the antibiotics, and then I started to feel like I had a cold again. So I started to get congested. Reagan's been okay. She's had somewhat of a runny nose, but she seems okay. But then Vivian started, whatever I just caught just in the last few days, Vivian has as well. And we're okay. We don't feel sick or ooty. We have like a head cold. And mine is, I think, because I'm a moving, active adult, like in the sense that I can breathe through my nose, breathe through my mouth, I can clear my nose, I can clear my throat. I feel like other than you can hear it somewhat in my voice, for the most part, you wouldn't know that I'm battling anything. I don't have like watery eyes or runny nose. But Vivian, of course, she's having a little bit of trouble just keeping it cleared. I've been using the saline drops on her, and then we have, it's so gross, we have this Frida sucker is what it's called, which is kind of like a bulb syringe for babies, except it uses the breath of the caregiver, so like you breathe on like a straw to pull up the fluid. It is so nasty. Will used it on Reagan and I wanted to gag. I was like, bleh, I'll never use that thing. But I whipped it out for Vivian at about 2 to 3 a.m. last night because I figured I need to help my baby. Because it is a brand new day. It's actually really cold in the house. It is 59 degrees according to this thermostat. But we need to do some straightening up. Again, fortunately, behind me, it's relatively clean. We have to sweep. I have a bunch of junk in the bassinet. Will hates that. He always tells me it's not a storage place, but I always seem to store stuff there. And then the kitchen, for the most part, looks good. I have to put some stuff in the recycle bin, empty a few dishes, which you can't tell. There are actually dishes in the sink that need to be washed. So I need to wash all that and then put what's away there. So I'm slowly starting to pick away at the daily chores that are coming up today. But yeah, as far as the whole, what is the upkeep like? I do honestly feel like I'm not catching a break when it comes to straightening up. I was telling that to Will. I said, I'm not like implying that I'm not getting help. I just feel like it doesn't stop. That's more so where I'm at. The motivation to get up, get dressed, and clean up is not there every day. And when it's not there, I struggle to get with it anyway. And what kind of, I think, burns me out is I'm constantly fighting off the whole, too bad, get up, go clean. And I think that that's just like leaving me to feel even more over it. I'm sure if I gave in to the laziness and by the time I became motivated again, it wouldn't be as bad, but anyway, so I'm wearing Miss Vivian because we have some chores to knock out of the way. Okay, go ahead. We have been giving the dogs, we used to cook for the dogs. We used to show it, we used to take pride in how we fed them. And then we just had the dogs get too picky when it came to eating. And then honestly, like they just kept getting upset stomachs and it was just like one giant burnout, one thing after the next. And so slowly over time, cost efficiency and all that, we've decided to stop cooking for the dogs. And so when the dogs do eat, in addition to their kibble, it tends to be more as like a food topper than actual food accompanied by some kibble. And so anywho, we've been doing like cheap dog food. We've been feeding them Purina One, the like lamb and rice. We don't do grain-free. I feel like grain-free fattens up dogs and they're not very active for the most part. It's not the cheapest food either. Like it's cheap food, but it's not the cheapest food because it's not like a corn-based diet. It's not such as, it's not like Beneful or Imes or something. Ukanuba, Science Diet, like all those nasty brands. So it's a bit better, but it's still not great. Anywho, we were running out of food, and so we normally get like the giant bag, because you can get like, more pounds in the bag. But they were out, and I had said, rather than us buying food, like a smaller bag at a Walmart, we had ended up getting a store brand food that was generally comparable. and did like a lamb as well. And Kona's been eating it every single meal we've put down. I mean, mind you, we've had to like transition the food, so that like took an extra minute, but she is finishing the bowl like as if I put ground beef over her food. Because if you put like, you know, any sort of wet food, she's more enticed to eat it. But she's notorious for not eating the food. So I'm not sure if she's just in like an eating frenzy kick or if this is kind of becoming the new Kona. But I would definitely say and advocate that this food is working well. So I'm very pleased. All right, floor is swept. Now we're gonna go outside, pick up dog poop. We just did this yesterday, so hopefully there's just a little bit, and it's still early in the day. I think it's officially happening, Miss V. Your jammies are starting to get short on you. You're stretching your legs and they're pulling real tight on the leg. Yeah, but they're getting pretty loose when you stretch up, Miss Snort Girl. Miss Snorty Girl. Right. Oh, the chore that I dread more than like any chore, folding laundry. So I've got a basket here to fold what's in the dryer, and then I have to flip the sheets, Reagan's sheets. And honestly, like if I knock this out of the way, other than the bathrooms upstairs, I've pretty much done like my list of chores. There's little things I can find to do without a doubt. For example, the bed is made. It could be made nicer. There are some dust bunnies I've noticed along the wall, so I can take the duster to them. So there's like little things I can do to enhance the home. Put up some blankets, fold those up, get those nice and clean. But as far as hard chores, this is a hard chore. So Ms. V is awake, but I'm anticipating her to pass out here shortly because she's nice and cozy with Mom. Dogs are outside out back, so I only have so much time before they're like, please let me in. So I'm going to try to work as hard as I can and hopefully get this generally knocked out of the way. All right. We did. Yeah, we did. We did it. We got all the laundry put away. That's a good feeling, huh? And we got Reagan's bed made. Yeah. Reagan had too much juice last night, so she had an accident in her crib. I think her little bladder gave up around 3. Let me set you down right here. Gonna change Miss V's diaper. And so she needed her sheets washed, and then I needed to do her sheets after I had done my clothes laundry because I wanted to ensure that I was kind of going in order so I'd actually have everything done. And I've mentioned before I'm not a fan of putting laundry away. So I set a goal. We got the laundry put away. So we didn't just run the laundry. We put it all away. The locked wall is cleared. So that is a super good feeling. That means we tackled sweeping, we tackled dishes, we tackled laundry, we tackled dog poop, we got dressed. I haven't showered yet today. That's a goal. And then, let's see. I think that's really it. I'd like to mop. I did the downstairs bathroom. I would like to do the 2 upstairs bathrooms. In fact, I probably should just give them a wipe down. That way they're not on my to-do list mentally anymore, speaking. And I'm actually going to do that now because I have some kitchen towels to bring downstairs from laundry. But I think if I go ahead and clean the 2 bathrooms up here before we head downstairs, we'll be that much more done with our day. That much more done.
Yeah, you're catching a fish. Here, you want me to cast it back out? When you see this thing go underwater, reel it in. All right, here. You want Daddy cast it back out? Wait for it.
I feel like this is becoming a nightly tradition in the Sparks house.
I love this tradition.
Still good.
Yeah, wait for it. Right.
Whoa!
Reel it.
Reel it in, Reagan.
All right, wait, right there. Look, Ray.
Reagan, come here, come here. Can I take a picture of you?
Here, let's take a picture with Mommy. Then let's get this guy back in the water. Hold your fishing pole. Hold it up and say cheese, Mama.
Cheese, Mama.
You're really good. You caught more than Daddy.
Hey, pipe down now.